Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. This is a cooking vlog, cooking and baking. Today we are making beef salsa verde and gooseberry crumble. So if you're interested, you are welcome. We are carry on doing some more cooking. So let's find my list. I've actually changed my mind. First I was gonna make courgette potato feta slice, but then I've changed it for courgette potato and cheddar cheese bread, what I've got the ingredients ready for right now. The reason I've changed it because I wasn't planning on doing my version of bubble and squeak leftovers kind of quiche. So I've already made it, but I'll show you because I'm gonna show you how I've made this. It is delicious. So I thought it's no point to make what I've planned in the first place because this is kind of like not similar but a little bit. So, and I've already planned to make bread anyway, so I thought that's just gonna work out for us. Right, so other thing we're gonna make creamy pistachio and broad bean hummus. And a friend, I slightly tweaked on that recipe, but let me just bring you closer. This version of the creamy pistachio and broad bean hummus is on another level. So I've made loads and I'm gonna put it in this dish. What we also gonna make, we're gonna make this delicious green bean with lemon and Parmesan. I've not had Parmesan, so I've used aged goat's cheese. There is another thing we're gonna make. We're going to make elderberry syrup. I have got plenty of my elderberry collected last year and freeze dried in my freezer. So we're gonna make a delicious elderberry syrup. Okay, so if you're interested, friends, you are welcome. What I have already done, I have picked a handful of fresh tomatillo from the garden and I've roasted it in my roasting tray. I've also just cut up the minced beef, kind of like, just like with my wooden spoon. It's been defrosting since morning. It is now nearly dinner time. So that is now all thawed. I'm going to use our roasted salsa verde sauce to go with the beef. This dinner is gonna come together really quick. I'm going to serve this over rice. So what I have got in here in this dish, I'm just rehydrating some porcini mushroom, dried mushroom in whey, and that would give like a mushroom flavored rice in the end. I think it's gonna be delicious. So I am now ready to turn the stove on medium high heat. We're going to brown that meat and we're going to add the mushroom, salsa verde sauce, the roasted tomatillo from behind me, and we're gonna have a taste test, and that's it. So I'm going to fish this mushroom out to a dish because what I would like to do, I would like to turn the Instant Pot on with a rice. So these are now not been rehydrated in here now for an hour or so. This is now done and it left me with a brown looking whey and it's absolutely gorgeous smell. Smells like mushroom sauce. A very thin mushroom sauce, and in here we've got half quart of the whey, quart jar, so that is perfect. What I'm gonna do next, I'm just gonna put a cup of sticky rice to here with the rest of the whey. Can go in like that, pinch of salt, and that's it then. This can now go. I can turn the Instant Pot on. Okay, I've just turned the Instant Pot on. The rice is now nicely cooking away. And the beef is turning slowly. Color. So I just want to show you how I use up the pantry goods and replenish it. So yeah, now we do lots of preserving and lots of cooking around here, and we truly live or try to live the self-sufficient life. I don't go shopping in the supermarket. If we need something, I'll buy in bulk from Amazon. Like actually I just had to make an order for some vinegar and more sugar for the upcoming preserving projects because I'm running now low, and I know I said no food shop for the rest of the year, but this is essential, so I've just went for it. At this point now we can add the mushroom and tomatillo. I cover this up for a bit. Oh, I think it was a good idea to put the mushroom in it. It smells so yummy. Really delicious. Okay, let's put the sauce. Let's put half first. I think half is gonna be plenty. And if we need more later, we can add. Just like that, friend, our dinner is done. And the rice is done. So I've just topped and tailed 500 grams of gooseberry. And I'm just going to dip this in this baking dish with 85 grams of organic cane sugar. I'm gonna give it a good rub. Oop, I try to not to lose more. Under the table. And I found this recipe actually of the Gardener's World magazine, and it says heat the oven. I'm just preheating the oven now, 180 degrees Celsius. Toss the gooseberries with the sugar, then scatter into a baking dish with 2 tablespoons of water. I'm not adding water because they're quite juicy. For the crumble, put the flour, butter and a large pinch of salt in a bowl. Rub together until you have a rough breadcrumbs texture and mix in the sugar. So that's what we're gonna do, and this will come together so quick as well. I haven't got brown sugar, so we're gonna add a little bit of molasses, if I can open it, to this sugar. Into this bowl we're gonna mix the flour and the butter, pinch of salt, and put this over the gooseberry, friend. Oops, other way around. This cold butter is just out of the fridge. Make it as a nice crumble. You hungry?
I'm just going to take the dogs.
Okay. There we go. All done. We add the sugar on top. And that's it, friends. Just scatter it all around the gooseberry. Just slightly cover it. And this can go to the oven. Scatter the crumble topping evenly over the gooseberries. Bake for 45 to 50 minutes until the top is pale golden and crunchy, and the gooseberries bubbling. If you like, quickly grill the crumble under the hot grill to give them top and extra browning. Serve with cream or custard. We're gonna serve ours with ice cream. Dinner is ready, the oven is just cooling down now. So we have got the beef salsa verde with mushroom rice and gooseberry crumble. Let's have a taste test. Very hot. That is nice. Yummy. Wow, that is delicious. It's like beef and mushroom risotto flavors. Should have put some no vegetables in it. No, that is the salsa verde version. Okay, let's try the crumble. Wow, that is delicious. This is so good. I'm gonna enjoy this. Good morning! Good morning, my puppies! Good morning! Hello, Lily. Hi, Molly. Hello, sweet girl. You're the night. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello, my sweet girl. So quiet today on a farm. Everybody's chilling. Hello, Dumbo. Good girls. Good girls. Be nice. She's off. Off she goes. She's going in. Hello, my sweet girl. Hello, my sweet girl. I love you too. I love you too. Lily. And she's gone in. Yay. Good morning. Thanks for the milk. Be nice. Be nice, okay? She won't let Juniper now go down. Poor Juniper. Okay, let's her. Right. The Nubian with the pygmies. I forgot my list. Why I came to the garden for. So now I need to remember why I'm here for. I've harvested yesterday some more garlic and onion was gone to seed, needs using up first, and some new potatoes. But the reason we are here today to pick green beans for a recipe, we need mint, dill. What else was on the list? Okay, I think this little cute basket will do today. Oh, such a marvelous temperature in here now, in the tunnel. Let me just show you something amazing here. So this is a pepper bed. This is the Machu Picchu chili. So prolific, unbelievable, and they are massive. We can play hide and seek in here, I'm telling you. These are the jalapenos. They're brown jalapenos, so this one is now turning color. Cayenne pepper, it's ready. You know, when I look at the plant, just to let you know how my brain works. So when I look at the Machu Picchu, I'm like, freeze dry and powder it for chili powder. When I look at these jalapenos, I'm like cowboy candy. It's like a sweet and spicy pickle. When I look at the cayenne chili pepper, I'm like firewater. Because that's what I do every year with it. It's crazy, honestly. And all these chilies, when I'm looking at them, RG pineapple, I'm thinking fermented hot sauce, friends. Oh, just looking amazing. Okay, these cucumbers need harvesting. I'm having a hard time with the cucumbers because they're so bitter. What I've done in here, we need to do a garden tour. I've ripped off all the peas from this panel and I've resown. Some are now coming up. Let's see if we can have another crop. But here we are. That's where I'm supposed to come in the first place. So what we're gonna do here, friends, we're gonna harvest the green beans. I'm only gonna harvest, well, actually I really should harvest all, because when it gets certain size it can get stringy, and I don't want them to go to seed yet. We still want them to produce lovely for us. Oops, some leaf came off with this one. I just remembered what else I needed. Salad. I've picked all these beans with some dill. We need a little bit more dill. They are now going to seed, but it's okay. I like that. Oh, still got quite. That's beautiful. Okay, mint. I just remembered some mint as well. Morning, piggies! Well, the mint is now going to seed. We need to find a time to dig up the Charlotte secondary, the whole bed. I've cleared this broad beans out, so that needs topping up, and plant out something else. Just realised there's some more potatoes in here. Looks like Charlotte from last year. So I need to dig through this bed to check for more potatoes. Have we got any more courgette? No. Cucumbers, gherkins, needs harvesting. Onion needs harvesting as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I've just got this plastic bag for now. I'm gonna put all the salad in here. Okay, so let's harvest some chard. I'm only harvesting for myself for breakfast. Got some speckled trout lettuce and some other variety here. I've already sown some more lettuces, so when all this goes to seed, we have constant supply. And these nice crunchy lettuces. These are the best. It's like an iceberg crunch on them. Okay. Look how beautiful they are. Wow. Right. I'm gonna put this in a bag. We've got plenty tomatoes, so I'm just putting all this in here. I'm gonna put some chili sauce on it. And that'll be my breakfast. Okay. And another sweet pepper and chili heaven in here. Let's get some pepper. Spirals I call it. Look at the size of this. Honestly, friends, look all these peppers. It's like, looks like unreal, really. The życia one it's harvesting, so when I look at the życia one, this red one, I think of smoked paprika powder. Right. Okay, friends, let's go. It's not a garden tour. We gotta go cooking. See you in the kitchen. Right, I was just passing my sweet corn and pumpkin patch, and it's so nice to see all the bees on them pollinating. That's a honeybee. Honeybee doing its job. Oh, the zinnia is out, and a borage that will attract some more. Oh, bumblebee just landed over there. Oh, it's so nice. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's just so therapeutic. Wow. So my plan was all these pumpkins and squash to vine out, and they just started their job. Finally now I can see fruit forming on them. So that's a good sign. Okay, let's go. I am also making elderberry syrup today. What I have done, I've just took some out, some of the freeze-dried elderberry from the freezer, rehydrating it in some water. I've got one cinnamon stick, couple of about 4 or 5 cloves, whole cloves, and a teaspoon of ginger today. And this is now heating up nicely. When this is gonna come up to simmer, I'm going to boil it or simmer it for about half an hour before I'm going to strain it. So I'm gonna leave this to it, turn it down to 3, and I'll show you the end result. Of our neighbor, a farmer who cut our field and have done all the jobs, you know, to make hay. We've just collected today this absolutely massive bale of hays. They are big, massive square, the largest I've ever seen, to be honest. So we've picked up just enough what we need on our small holding, and we left the rest for them, for the jobs, what they've done. But this will feed our animals through the rest of the year. Smells so good. How did it go?
Yeah.
Well done. They will love it. Hi, Tiff. So, is it 2 bales? One bale, 1.2 ton. Holy moly, that is massive. Look at the size of this. I love it. I feel like a child again. So we have plenty. We're gonna store it in that barn for the rest of the year and over the winter next year. And this is another massive step of self-sufficiency. We've done this last year with the help of the farmers. I think the cats will love this. I think that's where they're gonna be over the winter. Having a nice and cozy nest in those hay bales. I am so excited. I am creating a bonus dish. This is like bubble and squeak in my version. So some of the leftovers and some freeze-dried goods, fresh onion, lots of eggs. I don't know how it's going to turn out like, but we'll see how it goes. A beautiful spice blend, curry spice blend on it. Sounds delicious. I think I'm going to put this on 180 for 30 minutes. The elderberry syrup turned out amazing. Me and Alf tried it, it's delicious. So I wait until this completely cools down and I'm going to put this in a fridge. I've made myself a salad. So I've got all the garden, lettuces, chard. I've got the beetroot on it, what we've canned, and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm saving the recipe. We've got some green beans in here. We've got some apple cider vinegar, sweet chili sauce, salt. What else we've got in there? I think that's it. Oh, and a pepper. Pepper what we've harvested. This would be really nice with boiled egg on it. So I might do some boiled egg as well later. Very nice. The beetroot is so good. I am ready to make the hummus or start of the hummus. So what I have done in this pot, such a massive step in the right direction when I have already shelled beans in the fridge. So the next step now, I weighed out 1 kilogram. We're doing a lot more this time because we loved it. So I weighed 1 kilogram of shelled broad beans, washed it and just covered it with enough lukewarm water just to cover the beans. And then we're going to boil this for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to remove the outer skin. So we're gonna use the beautiful vibrant green broad bean inside it. For me it a little bit tastes like pistachio, so I've always said that. So the pistachio cream and that broad bean is just such a right combo together. So I slightly changed the ingredients, not because of the first one wasn't perfect, just because you know what I'm like, friends. So we've got the olive oil, we've got the tahini, we've got the pistachio cream, raw honey, the garlic, and this time I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh basil, a little bit of smoked paprika powder, and a little bit of my homestead seasoning. And I'll find out together what it's gonna turn out like. The time is up, so let's have a look. Oh, friend, looks delicious. Our bonus meal, the Farmhouse Bubble and Squeak. I think it's gonna be a winner. Oh, it smells divine, friends. Okay, I'm gonna just leave this in here to cool down. So my next meal is the green beans with lemon and Parmesan. Obviously we're changing that recipe because I haven't got Parmesan, but I've got aged goat's cheese, so we're just gonna use that. And I found 1 lemon in the freezer. Let's see what that's gonna be like. So first thing first, I'm gonna top and tail all the beans before we do the next step, friends. All this now washed, so I'm just going to top and tail and cut this for like bite-sized pieces. I've just remembered to turn the oven off. You know when you're cooking on an aga, but it's always on, it's can be dangerous when it's off and you rely on your electric auger. Like such a luxury to have that auger on all the time, because you do not need to preheat, turn it off. It's always ready for you, friend. Cooling down. So loud. And it takes for ages. I've just done a quick switcheroo, so the broad beans now draining. When it cools down, we're gonna shell this. And now I've put the new potatoes in water. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and let this come up to a boil, and we're going to cook the potatoes. I am ready to make the green beans with lemon and Parmesan. So I've got just over 300 grams of green beans steaming now. Actually, it's in a boiling water, so I'm gonna boil this for 3 minutes. While that's boiling, I'm just getting ready the dressing. So we need about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, teaspoon of white vinegar. Just gonna eyeball this. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 lemon, zest and juice. Obviously the zest wasn't good enough, I discarded that, but I'm gonna put this much, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, 1 small garlic clove grated. So let's grate the garlic clove. And then the cheese, we're gonna put the cheese on top. I'm going to nicely combine this dressing. I'm gonna get a whisk. Where is my whisk? Here it is. And we're going to toss the beans with this dressing, and I'm gonna put some, in my case, it's aged goat's cheese instead of the Parmesan on top, and it's ready. I'm just gonna remove this and drain it a little bit. Okay, so that is done. Green beans can be ticked off our list. What I'm going to do next, friends, I am going to peel that brown beans. That will take a while. And I'm gonna peel the potatoes and I'm gonna mash it. So yeah, it's all happening again. I'm just making myself a drink. I've got a glass of water in there, apple cider vinegar and some strawberry and elderflower cordial. And give it a good mix. Put this back to the fridge. Very refreshing. So good. Let's make this hummus. Cream pistachio and broad bean hummus. Took me over an hour to peel these broad beans. It was 1 kilogram. When I removed the shell, now it's about 740 grams. And because it's gone over those beans, it got a bit tougher. Finally I've done. So I am now just doubling this recipe and a bit more. Okay, so we've got 740 grams of broad beans shelled, skins removed. They are on the large and mature size. So okay, pistachio is asked for 75 grams. I mean, I'm just totally gonna eyeball this because I am not even 200 gram. So we're doubling it. So I'm sure we need at least this amount. Okay, so good. It's one of my new favorite. Okay, next, 2 tablespoons of tahini. Oh, I forgot. See, we double in the recipe. I'm keep forgetting these things, friends. I think we're gonna need all this tahini. Yeah, I'm gonna fish all this out because this is gonna be a lot. So I'm gonna have to look up lots of recipes what involves hummus, because I don't really want, as I've mentioned, I don't enjoy freezing this. I just didn't like it. I froze loads last time and I didn't like it. Okay. Next, garlic. So 2 garlic cloves, so we would need 3, but because I am using garlic syrup as well and honey, I think that's gonna be plenty of garlic flavor right there. Juice of one lemon. I'm gonna use the leftover from the green bean project. Okay, now we need about 6 tablespoons of olive oil. I think we're gonna run out here, so I'm gonna have to have some more in a minute. Asks for cumin, teaspoon of cumin, so we need 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna put of a heaped one from my spice blend. A bit more. Teaspoons of smoked paprika. This one is now gonna bit. Oh, we're gonna make this one very soon, the życiowa paprika. Okay, salt, teaspoon of salt and pepper. Asks half a teaspoon, but we are doubling and a bit more our recipe, friends. Well, this looks so beautiful. Look at this. I think we've got everything. Right, let's do this. And we're gonna need, I've got some cold water here. I'm gonna need 2 to 4 tablespoons of ice cold water to make it extra creamy. Okay, let's put that in there. There you go. Off we go. Right, let's check. Smells good. This needs olive oil and some more water. That is divine. Okay, let's get some more olive oil. That's how I order my olive oil, in these big tins. More water. Blitz it more. Check. Scrape the side. Okay. Taste test. Oh, basil. Remember the basil? Nearly forgot. And the honey. I'm gonna put some honey for more sweetness. Okay, let's try it one more time. one basil got stock. Let's just scrape it. In a minute, sweetheart. She is ready to go for her walk. Right. Perfection. Wow, this is amazing. First thing first, what I'm gonna do, I've got all the ingredients. This recipe, this bread recipe, it's from the Gardener's World magazine. So it says we need 500 grams of new potatoes. So what I have done, I've already boiled and peeled the potatoes. We're going to grate this in a minute. 500 grams of strong flour, I'm using bread flour. 7 grams of dried yeast, I'm using instant yeast, so we can straight put this to our flour and give it a very good mix together. We're gonna need 1 courgette. I've got 2 small and I had to scoop out some seeds, so I'm gonna use 2 instead of 1. And we're gonna use, a recipe asks for 85 grams of strong cheddar or vegan alternative grated. And we have got our goat's cheese. I've already grated it over here. And the recipe asks for few thyme sprigs. I might run to the garden because we've got that orange, is it called orange Russian or something thyme, orange thyme, herb, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, what I have got ready. So I am so curious how this is gonna turn out like, friends. So it says, boil the potatoes in salted water until just tender, drain and allow to cool a little. Put the flour and yeast in a bowl. When the potatoes are cool enough to handle, coarsely grate half straight into the mix. Toss in occasionally to coat in the flour. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do now. So I'm just gonna grate half of this to the flour. This will stop the potatoes sticking in clumps. Grate in half the courgette and add half the cheese and strip off half of the thyme leaves. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and mixed with 200 milliliters of hand warm water. Bring the dough together and knead for a couple of minutes. Sorry, I'm so far away and so tiny letters I can hardly see it. Sounds like I can't read, but I can, I promise. Okay. Right. Why did I only ask for half of all the ingredients? Push the bread dough into the tin, pushing it firmly in. Ah, okay. I know now. I know why. That is strange. Let me just remove this water so I can see better. That's better. So, says bring the dough together and knead for a couple of minutes. Put in a lightly oiled bowl, cover and leave to rise in a warm place until doubled in size. Heat the oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit and grease a tin, 20 centimeter by 30 centimeter tin. Push the bread dough into the tin firmly, pushing out air. Ah, okay, so this is gonna be more like a focaccia. Ah, I think so. And then it says finely slice the remaining potatoes and courgette. Scatter over the top along with the remaining thyme and poke it roughly with your fingers so the slices sticks out a little. Cover with oiled cling film and leave to rise again for 45 minutes. Ah, okay. Wow. This sounds like a little bit of like focaccia to me. I've never made nothing like that before. If this works, that could be one of our seasonal bread what we can make. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, and now we're going to grate half of that courgette. Okay, now it says add half of the cheese, half of the cheese, one tablespoon of olive oil, and lukewarm water, hand warm to hand. How much water it asks for? Potato, strong flour for courgettes, about 200 ml. I'm gonna start with 175 though, just in case. Right, and now we're going to bring this together as a bread dough. And it says kneaded for a couple of minutes. After it's gonna become a dough, we're just gonna put some oil in the bottom of this bowl and cover it until this doubles in size. So weird texture, because I've never done this before. Very strange. While this is resting and doubling in size, I think I'm gonna go out and do some garden jobs. What time is it? Oh, it's 5:30. I need to get dinner ready. We're going to have the beef salsa verde with sticky rice and the green beans we've just made. I've also made a lovely salad as well. So let's see what Al would like. I'll ask him. So high for me, I should have removed that cutting board.
Guess where I'm going?
Where?
Do some diggering. I'm going to leave my phone on charge.
Okay.
My phone on charge when you've charged up.
Oh, you can put it on your, babe.
Mine is.
Yeah, mine is okay. Just got some leftover of olive oil in this. Right. Tidy up my mess. So the courgette potato and cheddar bread, it's just done baking. That's what it should look like from the magazine, and that's what it looks like in real life. It is actually 10:30 at night, so we're going to try that tomorrow, friends. It looks delicious, but it is still very hot, so yeah, we try it tomorrow morning. It is the next day. What a productive day we had again yesterday. So the meals turned out delicious. Actually, I served the green beans with lemon and cheese with the beef salsa verde yesterday for dinner, and it was a hit. Alan said it was the best meal this year. I think that's what he said. And also the crumble. We finished off the gooseberry crumble with strawberry and banana ice cream. I'm holding the butter here. I just took it out of the fridge because I'm hoping that me and Nal can have for breakfast this bread, what we've just made yesterday, the courgette potato and cheddar bread with hummus and our homemade butter, all homemade. I haven't even cut into that bread yet, so I don't even know what it looks like. It's been chilling in here overnight. I've just covered it with paper towel, so I think my plan is now it's gonna be dry. I think I'm going to put this in a zippy bag to soften the edges up a bit. But wow, 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 this looking actually really good. Oh wow. Let's have a taste test. With some homemade butter we've made. Oh wow, friend. Let's try it with butter only first. That is nice. And the hummus. Oh wow. Best hummus you're gonna make this. Wow. Honestly, we're gonna enjoy this. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me, making all these lovely dishes, and see you very soon. Bye, friends.